All right, part three. I'm going to talk about the NFL now and patriotism as I pick dead skin off my lip and fling it across the room. Okay, so what defines patriotism? My army shirt, my dog tags, my ability to sign up for the military and die for this country who will probably later never give two shits about me. I get a free funeral, by the way. What defines patriotism? I define patriotism, and you guys have your own version of patriotism. I define patriotism by the love of my country, the love I have for my country. I'm born and bred here. My blood ties are closely smack dead American. Let me guess, you guys don't know this. And if you do know this, bear with me and let me apologize for saying this for like the 9,000th time. But for you new people, I am of Cherokee Indian descent as well as black and white. I don't have a right to ever want to leave my country. I cannot be radicalized by people because guess what? I got nowhere to go. My blood ties for Africa, yeah, they don't like mixed people, what I was told when I was younger, so I'm not going there. If I go there, it would be like maybe for like a day. It'd be like, okay, well, you're going on tour, James, and you have 3 days in Africa. You have one day in Egypt, one day in South Africa with Cape Town. I don't really know anything about Africa outside of Egypt and Cape Town. So you're going there, and those people are the only people in Africa who love you. There's no way in hell I'm going to any other town but those two, Cape Town and Egypt. And if Cape Town is not the capital of South Africa, I'm sorry. I have no knowledge of your country, so I'm sorry. Now, NFL. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Really? Well, you guys can stay in that locker until the end of the Pledge of Allegiance is done. Because if you take a knee, our president said that we're gonna start fining your asses $1,000 a knee. Yeah, I don't want to sound like a dumbass, but politically speaking, the president of the United States has no motherfucking ties to the rules in the NFL. The bureaucrats and the owners who aren't taking knees and are agreeing with this shit, um, you guys are cockfizzles and douchebags full of dick tips. And if I have to put this Deadpool mask on to actually tell you how I really feel, then I will do that. But you beef jerky sucking motherfuckers have lost your fucking mind. All of y'all have teams. Donald Trump does not have a team, and why in the fuck are you guys letting him dictate how the NFL is being run? He has nothing invested. Oh, he can get a black box and give you guys a few breadcrumbs to sit there and watch games where he wants to call football players sons of bitches. Oh, you know it's coming. Yeah, I'm going there. I'm going to fucking piss you off, and I don't give a fuck because this guy who's not only fucking the NFL and making them fuck the guys who are on the field playing, he don't like people in the military who don't know if they're guys or girls. And if you are a guy or girl and you're probably some of the best fucking snipers and shooters on the fucking planet, he doesn't want you serving in the military. So why'd I bring that up? I'll tell you why I put that up. Because here's patriotism. Those guys who have a gender issue, who sign up to die for those rich bureaucratic assholes who don't know people in the service, who don't give a damn about us veterans, who, hey, if you're not a vet or know a family that has a family member that served, you really don't understand where I'm coming from. So take a listen, sit your ass down and take note. Yeah, I'm talking to you, the guy who just got up. I'm breaking the fourth wall, by the way. When you go to serve this military, whether you are the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the National Guard, the Coast Guard, the Air National Guard, need I go on? Navy SEALs. Special Forces, Green Berets. We ain't serving this country because it's something that we don't think is necessary. We doing this because not only do most of us want to, but we need to. And not only that, but someone has to. So for the rich people who won't, like across the pond, make it mandatory for the two royal sons to serve in the military, the rich people here in America just be like, well, let some dumb poor bastard do it. This dumb poor bastard's more than willing. All right? Not only because America needs protection, I have a mother who's still alive. And it would fuck me up if a terrorist comes to our front door and shoot us because no one wanted to serve. Well, let me drop some shit on you because I don't know shit about the NFL, but I do know this. Each and every one of my uncles, at least on my mama's side and one on my daddy's side, served in the military. So yeah, when I hear that the president doesn't want transgender people in the military, we don't see you in Army Greens, buddy. If a transgender person wants to be in the military and they can shoot the wings off a motherfucking fly with a 50 cal from a mile and a half away, you're damn right they need to be there. Because they're going to make sure I get home to my family. And I'm going to make sure they get home to their family. Now I know you're thinking, you were on NFL and taking a knee. I also start off this video with fucking patriotism. If you sign up for the Army or any armed forces in America, you are more than patriots. Alright? You are the real American heroes. Alright? The same thing goes for police officers and firemen. Although firemen are on the top of the line of, and EMTs, who are on the top of the line of who gets treated nicest in those things, because a lot of people don't treat vets very well at all. Y'all think that we're all a bunch of fucking baby killers. And you have since the Korean War. No, fuck that. Since World War II, when we dropped Fat Man and Little Boy on Nagasaki and whichever one of the other Japanese cities that we dropped it on. I apologize if I've offended anybody Japanese. History is history, and we can't change it. Things shouldn't have been done, and things were done, and that's pretty much the gist of it. And the same thing with Vietnam. And, you know, war is not a pretty thing. And, yeah, the football field is a battlefield. It ain't a battlefield where people die, but it is a battlefield. And you can compare it to the military, which is the only way I can really compare it because I don't watch football. I haven't watched football since Lynn Swann and Franco Harris were on the freaking damn Pittsburgh Steelers with Terry Bradshaw. So that should tell you how long it's been since I watched football. I did watch a couple of football when Bo Jackson and Lyle Alzado played for the Raiders. I think they were Oakland at the time, or they were LA. I don't really remember, but that has no relevance to what I'm talking about. But the fucking relevance is this. Taking a knee against racism is okay. Taking a knee against gender identity, being prosecuted for not being who you are, who you truly are to yourself, it's okay. Taking a knee for anything that you believe in my opinion, is okay. And you know why? Because if you don't stand with someone, your ass is going to be standing alone. And if you're the only one that's standing for one cause, others will join you when they find out what the cause is. And if that cause affects us all, directly or indirectly, more people will take a fucking knee. Now, this thing, I never knew what the fuck taking a knee was until I was in the Army. And when they made me take a knee, it's like, soldier, why are you taking a knee if you're not in the front? I was like, well, Drill Sergeant, you ordered me to take a knee, I'm going to take a knee. I'm not stupid. I'm going to do what the fuck I'm told. The problem is that I'm short. So even though I'm taking a knee, I still can't fucking see. Moving back. This thing with the NFL and these owners and these subjugate players to be fined $1,000 for taking a knee for what they believe in. It pisses me off. And the fact that, you know, we take our soldiers for granted. We take our football players, unless an athlete is hurt, we don't really find their causes to be abnormal. We'll sit there and be like, oh, well, this guy's taking this knee. Why is he taking this knee? Oh, we don't care, until that shit starts costing people money. Then you start caring. But your favorite football player, he can't play because he took a knee. So, yeah, you're suspended for like 6 months. Or, better yet, we're not gonna suspend you. We're gonna fine you. We're not gonna let you work, but we're gonna find you and put you on the bench. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna find your ass and we're gonna put you on the bench. Let me put this to y'all this way. A career is a career. Whether you go career army or anything out there, including football, your career and your livelihood is everything. And if you're willing to make a stand, and if you're willing to throw your career away for the right reasons, totally worth taking that fucking knee. Now for the bosses who have nothing to worry about because you're writing the checks, you've never been poor. You've never been a victim. You've never known a victim of some of the things that these people are taking knees for. And you guys want to follow a red-headed troll because he leads the country into finding your players thousands of dollars for taking a stand in something they believe in. I'm going to butcher his name, but we're going to go to the origin of it all. Colin Kaepernick. Kaepernick, the motherfucking mixed dude with the afro. Sorry, dude, I cannot get your name right. But I support you. He's taking a stand, and from what I've been told, it was mostly about racial equality. I gotta take a stand with him on that because I'm mixed. And if you are mixed or if you are black and you have been the victim of some racial torment at some point in your life, you need to take a fucking knee with this dude too. And if you're not mixed or of color, you need to take a knee too. Because the only way we can fix this problem is acknowledging it. And no one wants to acknowledge it. Oh, y'all want to acknowledge it now that the red-headed troll in charge wants to implement a rule about what's patriotic and try to pass it into law. This country was built on what is patriotic and what is not. And some of the patrioticness that we built put some of my ancestors on fucking rocks that we call reservations. Also put some of my ancestors in chains. So, what's wrong with taking a knee? You want to talk about patriotism. You want to talk about making rules of what's patriotic and what's not. You want to take a man's right to make his living away because he took a fucking knee for being racially protection. He wanted to make sure that everyone knows that racism is still alive and well. Well, god damn it. Last year, here in Charlottesville, on 4th Street, a young white lady lost her life. Tons of black people were plowed over by this same fucking white dude who came from another state to fucking be a racist. We all stand behind Colin Kaepernick on that. Because Charlottesville, I wanted to put us on the map as an actor. I wanted to make kung fu movies all around Charlottesville and bring more stuff in because a few years back, when I was trying to break into this business in the year 2000, there was a studio here in Virginia. They would not give me a job. They promised us the Hollywood East, and the only Hollywood I've gotten from them is the Hollywood finger. Like that. We as people, all people, no matter your race, no matter your gender, no matter your gender identity, we need to stop, sit down, take a fucking breath, and start talking to each other. Not arguing, not yelling at the top of our lungs, but talking, hearing, listening to the words as they conjugate into your skull, and thinking before we make a response. But again, I guess I can throw that under the category of that's too much like the right damn thing to do, because believe me, it's human nature, which is why we are all in this clusterfuck together. It is human nature for most of us to do anything but the fucking right thing to do, even if the right thing is right there in your face. So, check that off to, wow, when are we going to learn our fucking lesson? Probably never. We complain about the generation ahead of us. I'm a Generation Xer, so the millennials will be complaining about us. As the people ahead of us complained about the people ahead of them. The baby boomers are complaining about the people that were ahead of them. When do we stop complaining about what has been done and start making actions to do things better? Because once we do that, we can start fixing things. And as far as that NFL take a knee, you get $1,000, or you can stay in the locker room and not get fined until after the Pledge of Allegiance and stuff is played, and saluting the flag and all that crap. Okay, look here. I'm going to say this because this is the only thing that I know for sure to be fact. In the military, first thing in the morning, the flag ceremony, we were like this. Flag goes up. Right face, march. In the afternoon, 5 p.m. on the fucking dot, we were like this. Taps playing, flags coming down. Attention. Present arms and not the weapon. Forward flag, forward flag, forward flag. Flag's in my hand. Right face. Present to the ranking officer. Ranking officer takes the flag, takes it out of his arm. Salute. We salute. We take a 3-man march. Patriotism in the Army. You will salute that flag. Not this way, but this way. Then in attention. Other Army bases might be a little bit different, but when I was at Fort Benning, that's how we did that shit. Now, there's no law in America that says when you gotta do the Pledge of Allegiance that you have to do this, or this, or this. But that's like schools and states and shit like that, because they've made laws to subjugate church and state, because there used to be prayer in school. You can't do that anymore. And at one point in time, by the time I got to fucking middle school, we weren't even allowed to do the Pledge of Allegiance. But from kindergarten to at least the 4th grade, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Every fucking day, the first class of the day, we did that. But by the time we got to the 4th or 5th grade, I can't recall ever doing it. So why do we do it in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, possibly the 5th, but when we get to the 6th and 7th grade, and the 8th grade, the 9th grade, and 10th grade, it's not mandatory that we did it. I don't remember a day at Charlottesville High School of us doing that, or pledge allegiance to the flag. Now, once I became a certified military soldier, we didn't do the pledge allegiance to the flag. We saluted that motherfucker in the morning time and in the evening time. We had flag time. Simple as that. Now, things may have changed because it's been quite a while since I've been out of the military. But at the same time, you know, we die for the country. We don't die for the flag. We die for what the flag represents, but we don't die for the flag. And when we do die, we get a flag. Well, our family gets it because you're dead, so it's not going to do any damn good. But when you serve the Stars and Stripes, you serve the Stars and Stripes. But you serve the people of the Stars and Stripes. You don't technically serve the flag. You serve what the flag represents. You serve the truth, the justice, the American way, the safety of our people. You take an oath to fight against foreign and domestic terrorists. That being said, the NFL ain't got nothing to do with that. They should not be ordered to pay a $1,000 fine for taking a knee and making a stand or something. Hell, in this country, you have the right to burn the fucking American flag. I don't think that that's cool. I professionally like Old Glory. Hell, you want the truth? I like the General Lee flag, which is the Southern States, and Virginia was a Southern state. which goes back to why all of a sudden you gotta, like, you can't have Confederate flags anymore. What if I like the design, but you can't have it? You know, it's a problem. I have two American flags on my car. My dad gave them to me. I had an American flag bandana. I have no idea where it is, but I do have it. I love my country. I have the right to protest. It's one of my amendment rights, like the First Amendment right, I think. Why is it such a problem for the NFL to let these warriors on that battlefield protest? You gotta swallow that if you can. Try to digest the fact that it's a sports game. Not all sports games have players who believe in the flag. Some players are immigrants. No. Just think about all the hockey players. Some of them, if their team wins, like Canadians, if the Canadians win, like if they win the Stanley Cup, they're going to play "Oh Canada." If we win the Stanley Cup, they're going to play Say Can You See by the Dawn's Early Lights. They're going to play that. America the Beautiful or whatever they're going to play, but it's going to be an American song. Clearly, you can tell I just watched the game for the fights. But at the same time, when they win, it's the same thing with the Olympics. It's the same thing with any sporting event. Whoever's country wins, they play that country's theme song. I don't even know when theme songs became a part of life outside of the WWE, but apparently every country and every state has a theme song, and that's that. Virginia has a theme song. Do I fucking know it? Hell no. Did I ever know it? Maybe, but I don't remember that motherfucker. But everybody knows, "Oh, say can you see" by the Dawn's Early Lights, which so proudly we held, the starlights are screaming, "This is Star Spangled Banner, god damn it." And the rockets rear glared and were bursting in the air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. The flag means something. But that same damn flag, people burn to make statements. We still have a long way to go in this world against racism, school shootings, bullying, and every other bad aspect in the world, which outnumber the good. What are we doing that's good? What are we doing as people that is good? Are we combating racism? Not really. Are we combating gender equality? Yeah, we kind of are, because I'm going to make a video about the Me Too movement in about 3 minutes. Are we combating equal pay for gender and racial equality? No, but we're getting there. What about racial diversity in Hollywood? We're combating it. Black Panther proved that a film full of black people can carry its weight, and it just doesn't have to be a Tyler Perry special. No offense, Tyler, because I need a job and you're not returning my phone calls. Okay, I don't have his phone number. But anyway, if I did, I'd probably get on his last nerve and he'd damn sure block me. But the fact of the matter is, what are we doing to make a difference in everybody's life? Not just black people, not just white people, not just Asian people, but in every aspect of every race. What are we doing as people to make a difference in these people's lives? Here's the answer. Abso-fucking-lutely nothing. Because when we get off our screens, when we get off our tech, and we get off of everything that doesn't matter to us, in the end, the only thing we are doing is nothing. We're letting everything happen that we want to happen. And instead of doing something to combat the situation or defuse the situation or make the situation go away or make the situation better for all, we're not doing it at all. We're doing nothing. So, as my words of wisdom, I would tell you this. Sit back, think about things, and work towards a solution. And by working towards a solution, I mean actually sitting down and talking to people and hearing what they say. And America, you're welcome.